Morning, Kisi family. It's our fifth Sunday of recorded preaching, and I thank the Lord for always His opportunity that is given each and every one of us. Na kahit na ganitong sitwasyon pa rin tayo, naniniwala ako that He has His perfect timing of His messages, and His word is always on time and appropriate. Maraming salamat sa Lord because of His great power that we are seeing and hearing a great news na dumadami na yung gumagaling, no? And this is one proof that the Lord's hand, mighty hand of healing is so much evident na nakikita natin hindi lang sa ibang bansa kundi sa buong Pilipinas ngayon nararanasan natin. Again, on our situation, naniniwala ako na God is really using this crisis that we are experiencing right now para lalong ipakita at lalong ipadama ang kanyang kapangyarihan sa bawat isa sa atin. And I know you also believe that the hand of God is so much powerful, that God is always in control. This morning, gusto ko mag-start, no? How are we doing? Kamusta ba talaga tayo? For these past weeks na nagdaan, kamusta ba talaga? Paano ba natin hinaharap? Paano ba natin dinagdadaanan? Paano ba natin tinatanaw? No? I had a chance para tanungin, kamustahin ang mga mahal sa buhay, kaibigan, churchmates, and other persons that are close to me and my family. The same, may mga common mga sagot sila, no? Talagang ang naririnig ko is that we are really not used to this. Nagulat talaga tayo, no, of this crisis or this pandemic that we experience. To know the fact or the truth about this pandemic, ang sabi sa mga naririnig natin sa internet, nababasa natin sa mga news, no, this crisis is really worldwide. This crisis is so much impartial, walang pinipili, no. This crisis caught us by surprise. It's really sudden, biglaan talaga, and not expectingly na prolong pa itong crisis na nararanasan natin. So much intense din na tayo ay binulaga talaga tayo nitong tong crisis na to. And this crisis is beyond our control. And then I always ask, no, pag kinamusta mo yung mga mahal sa buhay natin, kinamusta mo yung mga tao, no, hindi lang they are not used, hindi normal, kundi nag-iba talaga yung lifestyle, yung way of living, no? And yung iba, ang sagot, bored na bored, no? Yung iba, hindi na alam kung ano yung gagawin. Sobrang babad na sa internet. Yung iba naman, babad na lang sa TV, no? And pag kinamusta mo iba-iba, but on a common ground that you would find answers, no? Mas marami talaga yung hindi talaga swak dun sa nangyari sa buhay nila ngayon. And I know ikaw din nakakaranas ka rin ngayon, But kamusta ba talaga tayo, no? Paano natin hinarap nung dumating ito? Paano ba natin dinadaanan, no? How do we cope up with this pandemic or this situation, this crisis? O paano ba natin tinatanaw yung pagtingin natin pagkatapos ito, no? May tapos ba ito? Baka may magtatanong din sa atin, no? May tapos ba talaga to, no? And then, baka ang sagot, bahala na lang. And one example in the Bible that, or a couple of characters in the Bible that has their own version of crisis. Siguro kilala naman natin si Job, no? Job is one example of a life with a great crisis. But you know what? He made a great difference, no? Kakaiba talaga yung ginawa niya. No, kaya nga siya naitala sa Bible na um, pinagmamalaki talaga ng ating Panginoon. No, he is exemplary, no, kakaiba talaga si Job. And we know that the story na kahit na sa dami ng dumaan sa kanyang uh, crisis or adversary, o yung delubyo na dumaan sa buhay niya, no, he really stood up. No, he had this famous line sa Job, no, naked I come, naked will I depart. No, wala talaga siyang dala, so alis din siya, no, walang dala. And knowing this person, blessed talaga tong taon to, no. Kaya ako umisip ko, kaya ko kaya yun? Hirap, no? Ikaw, kaya mo yun? Hirap, ang hirap talaga, no. But he really made a difference, no. Iba talaga tong si Job. We know the story at the end of the story, and God gave him, no, ilang beses na pagpapala buhat dun sa mga nawala, no. And ako, sa tingin ko, wala tayo sa kalingkingan ng naranasan ni Job, no, sa nararanasan natin ngayon. Also, one example is the Apostle Paul. He has his own version ng kanyang crisis sa buhay. But he still manages na makapag-encourage ng tao, makapag-mentor pa ng tao, makapag-develop pa ng churches. Iba talaga to si Apostle Paul, ano? Talagang yung commitment niya, no, even in a different situation, difficult situation, I should say. Iba yung pinakita talaga niya. Anong meron ba to sa mga taon to, no? Anong meron ba? Kagaya lang din naman natin sila, no? Siguro ang pwede nating maging tagline sa topic natin ngayon is Christ is. Siguro kung paano nila nakakilala ang Panginoon, paano nila nakilala si Jesus, paano nakilala si Jesus Christ, no? That determined kung ano yung galawan nila sa buhay. And that is the turning point or the difference about how they reacted sa mga sitwasyon na nangyari sa kanila. No, paano nila hinarap, paano nila dinaanan, at paano rin nila tinanaw at nilagpasan. No, I know one day malapit na tayo ron, no? Sana pinagpe-pray mo rin 'yun, no? Nako Lord, sana malapit na talaga kaming makalagpas dito sa crisis na ito. Pero kung ikaw tatanungin kita, paano mo ba nakikita, no? Paano ka ba pwedeng maging kakaiba, no? Like Paul or like Job, paano kaya tayo pwedeng maging kakaiba on how we would go through this and face this pandemic or face this crisis na nangyayari sa buhay natin, ano? I have two words this morning that I'd like to share to you. The word conformity and the word adaptability, no? When we say conformity, conformity is a negative trait, no? Negative pala tong trait na to. No, it means natatakot kang ma-reject, kaya ka nagko-conform. Kaya ang ginagawa mo, dahil ito ang ginagawa ng nakararami, yun na rin ang gagawin mo. Bakit? Pag hindi mo ginawa, out ka, no? Kumbaga, hindi ka kasali, no? Ang daming gumagawa nito, ito yung trending, no? Pero pag di mo naman, pag hindi mo ginawa, wala ka, hindi ka updated, no? So, siguro may mga pagkakataon din na to na sabay na lang tayo or we blend, no? We blend na lang, sabay-sabay. We go within the flow kung ano yung trending ngayon, ano? Kung ang trending ngayon, sleep all day ka din, no? Kung ang trending ngayon, pasayaw-sayaw na lang, di ba? Sayaw ka na lang din, di ba? Naubos na yung oras at araw natin, pasayaw-sayaw na lang tayo. Or, we could be adaptable. So, adaptability is a positive trait, no? It's a positive trait that tells us that we have the ability to change within that situation, but we change for the better. So, ibig sabihin, nandun ka rin sa sitwasyon na yon, like any other people, no, any other person, pero iba ang galawan. So kung ang pinag-uusapan natin ngayon is the crisis, no, for the weeks that came past, baka parang sabay-sabay na lang talaga tayo sa agos. What difference that you have made in the way you act, in the way you think, in the way you see this, no, this situation? Ano kaya ang naging diferensya? O baka pare-pareho lang din naman. So adaptability means the ability to have a plan B. No, kung ang plan A hindi nag-work, eto matindi, may plan B ka pa. Or if to the extent may plan C pa. Ano lang gusto kong sabihin dito, no? Hindi lang tayo dahil may crisis, lungkot to the max, bahala na bukas, wala na akong kakayahan, ano na lang gagawin ko, no? Hindi, no? Being adaptable means you have a choice to think in a different way na hindi naiisip ng ibang taong kasama mo. Okay? I'd like this to be excited na the way we think is really different from many other people na nakikita at nakakasalamuhan natin ngayon. Okay? Maaaring yung iba, ang pag-iisip na dito sa crisis, malas. Ang naisip na dito sa crisis, delubyo sa buhay, no? Pero bakit yung iba, hindi ganun ka-stress, hindi ganun ka-worried, no? Bakit kaya, no? There's something different in them. And I pray na tayong mga Christians, or tayong mga naniniwala kay Christ, okay, that's why we are called Christians, na tayong naniniwala ay nakakakitaan ng kakaibahan. So we're not wasting time. We're not time waste. We don't entertain time wasters. We don't entertain negative thoughts. We don't entertain things that would break other people, no? Ang gagawin natin is for us to focus on what is or what can make us adaptable to this situation and make a difference for the better. Kaya siguro ito yung gustong revelation natin sa sarili natin that God is telling us, no? For the past 5 weeks, what have we made being different with other people, with other persons, no? With other families, no? Eliminating the excuses, eliminating the said quote unquote boredom, no? I know, naniniwala ako na hindi reason na maboboard talaga tayo. No, hindi reason tong crisis na to para maboard tayo. We have to be adaptable. Kaya siguro ang maganda rito, how we know Christ would make us adaptable because Christ is, no? The crisis could determine who Christ is. No? I encourage everyone that you will declare with your heart, i-declare natin sa puso natin, within this crisis, we are going to declare who Christ is. No, ang verse na gusto kong makita natin today is Philippians 4:8. No, Philippians 4:8 is a letter of Apostle Paul to the Philippians na sinasabi niya na ito na naman si Apostle Paul, no, in the middle of a crisis, in the middle of his own version of a quarantine, itong sinasabi niya, finally, brothers, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. Within this past 5 weeks, ano ang laging nasa utak natin? Ano ang laman ng isip natin? Ang laman ba ng isip natin, wala na tong pag-asa? Ang laman ba ng isip natin, magbilang na lang ako ng casualties, no? Magbibilang na lang ako ng affected, ng ganon, no? Pang ilan na kaya ang Pilipinas, no? Hindi, no? Dapat ang sinasabi sa atin ni Apostle Paul here is ang dapat daw ang laging nasa isip natin is true, noble, right, pure, no? Sabi pa niya, admirable, or anything that is excellent. Do you think excellence would be evident in your life kung ikaw mismo number 1 ka sa negativity? Di ba? Ay, nako, no? I encountered people dito sa amin, ano, no? People that given a chance na makareceive ng mga tulong, no? The effort of the government to give their own extent of help, no? Tapos pag na-receive nila, ito lang. Ito, pangit naman ito. Ito lang. Mura lang to. Alam niyo yan, ano? Ang sarap siguro, wag nang bigyan. Yung mga taong gano'n, ano? No, if the Lord would say in an audible voice to these people, no, yung mga binigyan, tapos mareklamo pa, nako, kung si Apostle Paul nandito, no, magagalit yun sa atin. Magagalit sa ugali nating ito, no. Dapat talagang this crisis would always bring us to a grateful heart, no. Kaya I have this points that I would be sharing to you, no. Number one, you know, during the crisis, no, during the ongoing crisis that we are experiencing, you know, Christ is within this crisis, no. Ito ang magiging dapat line of thinking natin, no. This crisis is a workout. No, number one, this crisis is a workout. What do I mean workout, no? Ang ibig sabihin ng workout, para ka nagpunta sa gym, no? Tapos in-schedule mo yung sarili mo. Tapos ang sabi mo, gusto kong magpalaki ng mga muscles ko. Okay, that's your objective. No, yun yung aim mo. No, so no, we develop a muscle of faith, no? This crisis is a workout to develop a muscle of faith. Baka kasi yung faith natin, ganun lang, napakaliit, pero pag yung faith talaga, no, yung talagang pwede mong i-flex, no, in a perilous time, yung mga oras at pagkakataon na ang oras na ang buhay natin kinakitaan ng kahinaan, no, we can develop a muscle of faith. Kaya itong crisis na to, if we think of this, no, sabi ni Apostle Paul, think of this, no, itong mga dapat nasa isip mo. Kung ang nasa isip natin that this crisis is a workout, no, process of development. Pag pumunta ka sa gym, ito ang gusto mong ma-attain. Meron kang muscle na madidevelop. Paano nadidevelop yung muscle? Kailangan ng weight. Kailangan ng weights, di ba? So you're going to place yourself in a machine or merong workout na scheme, no, kung saan, kung para sa mga biceps, triceps, no, i-exercise mo yon. Kailangan ng weight. No, kailangan mabigat. So that weight would stretch out your sleeping muscles. No, tingnan mo ngayon yung muscle mo. Yan, isasabi ko, sleeping yan talaga, no? No, after waking those sleeping muscles, yung repetition ngayon, madadagdagan. And after madagdagan, ano nangyayari? You develop that muscle. Unti-unti, on your second session, on your third session, after a week or two, may nakikita ka ng muscle na lumalaki. Bakit? Kasi nagkakaroon ng gradual repetition. It's a process. Kaya ito siguro habang tumatagal, itong nararanasan natin na crisis, it somehow worked out our muscle of faith. No, kung kailangan siguro talagang wag naman sanang damihan pa, matagalan pa, no? But somehow, our muscle of faith is being worked out, no? So, walang instant. Walang instant. Siguro sabi niyo, Pastor, merong instant, yung steroids. So, anong nangyari? That's dangerous. Anything that's really instant, yung talagang papuputokin ka agad, palalakihin ka agad, ako, nakakatakot yan. That's very dangerous. But, requiring a process, pag ikaw ay gusto mong magkaroon ng workout, eto maganda. Kailangan merong frequency. Kaya pala pinapadaan tayo dito sa crisis na Lord, because God is working out our faith. And I hope and I pray that this crisis somehow would activate our sleeping muscles of faith. Now, number 2, ano pa? Within this crisis, you know, Christ is within this crisis. Okay? This crisis is a help, not a hurt. I'll say it again. This crisis is a help, not a hurt. Marami sa atin hurting, marami sa atin stricken by this sudden pandemic that the whole world is experiencing. Pero alam mo, itong crisis na to, para bang, I would like to illustrate it as a father na tinuturuan mag-bike yung anak niya. No, habang nagbabike yung anak niya, alam niya may mga lubak-lubak doon, di ba? So alam niya, may mga pagkakataon doon sa lubak na yon, hahayaan niya na dumaan yung anak niya nagbabike. Pero hindi siya aalis ng tingin. Pero padadaanin niya. Paano nangyari pag nalubak? Ano mangyayari? Tatalbog, to the worst, semplang. No, pero pag semplang, kukunin niya kagad yung anak niya, no? Ang gagawin niya, iaanuhin niya kagad. Tawag nito, aalalayan niya kagad. You know, this crisis is a help for us to be stronger. Pag dinaanan or habang dinadaanan natin ito, instead of complaining, why not think of it and look at it as a help for us to train or to be trained, no? It's a help, not a hurt. No, talagang ang mangyayari dito, pag ito hurt lang, ano mangyayari sa'yo? Ang lagi mong tinitingnan at iniisip, yung bad experiences. Hurt kasi, no? But if you consider this crisis as a help, tulong, pag lagi mong naiisip yung tulong, magiging katulungan tong crisis na to, tong pinagdadaanan ko, one day, pag meron ulit dumating, I would be stronger. Again, this crisis is a help, not a hurt. So this crisis, number one, this crisis is a workout, no, for us to develop that muscle, the sleeping muscle of faith. Number two, this crisis is a help, not a hurt. Number three, this crisis is a proof. This crisis is a proof, ebidensya, that shows us God is with us. Again, having that scene na nagbabike yung nagbabike yung anak kasama yung tatay, no? Hindi naman niya hayaang bike ng bike, takbo ng takbo yung anak niya, no? Bakit? Kasi alam niya, one way or the other, may mga dadaanan yung anak niya na dangerous, no? Anong gagawin niya? Hindi niya tatantanan ng tingin yan. Ang sigurado, yung tatay na to, susundan at susundan pa. Hindi naman hawak, pero sinusundan niya pa rin yung anak niya. You know, this crisis is a proof that God is with us. God has permitted us to go through this crisis. Pero alam mo, God is always with us. 100%. Garantisado. Hindi tayo pinababayaan ng ating Panginoon. So, He permits us to, gustong-gusto ko to nga, na malaking tulong ang family devotion, no, every night that we are having, no. I'm sure kayo rin, sana kayo din, you're doing this, no. Yung isang topic namin, no, ang sabi nung anak ko, no, sabi niya, God permits the blinding fog for us to find Him. May pagkakataon na hinahayaan ng Diyos na yung fog, zero visibility, hayaan niya yun. No, this is true. Hinahayaan, or God permits that blinding fog, yung wala ka talagang makikita, for us to find Him. No, and may this crisis would somehow be a blinding fog. Ginawa itong zero yung visibility natin, no? What would happen in the next couple of days and weeks, no? Pero nawa etong blinding fog na to magdala sa atin para lalo pa nating hanapin ang ating Panginoong Jesus. Ganda na, no? So I hope and pray that we have that thinking and action that we're going to find God always every day. And last but not the least, I like us to see that Christ is, during this crisis, that this crisis is a gift. Whoa! Pastor, parang iba na yata yung sinasabi mo, Paano mo masasabing gift yan? No? Regalo ng kahirapan? Regalo ng kakulangan? Regalo na sisirain yung trabaho namin? You know what? This is a gift. This crisis is a gift of opportunity. No? From God, an opportunity for us to grow. Ito ang mahirap, no? If we don't see, pag ang laging utak natin on the negative side, kaya nga sabi ni Apostle Paul, no? Sabi niya kanina, di ba? Whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable. Alam mo, pag pinagsama-sama mo yon, and if anything is excellent, pag pinagsama-sama mo yun, excellent, no? Ngayon, pag ang buhay natin, wala tayong nakikitang excellent sa buhay natin, wala, hindi natin ma-appreciate. Even the worst things that would happen in our life, ito, worst tong nangyayari sa atin, no? Pero ano mangyayari? Hindi natin tuturing to as regalo galing sa Diyos. Ang isip natin nito, pahirap, no? Okay, this is an opportunity from God that gave us the room for improvement or growth. Naririnig natin lagi yung test kit, no? Test kits, no? Test kit. Kailangan maraming test kit. Siguro ito yung matinding test kit na pwedeng ibigay sa atin ng Lord right now. That our test kit is the test kit of promotion. That after this, we're going to be promoted. Ang problema lang, how would you take that test kit, no? Paano natin iti-take yung test kit? What did this crisis produce us? No? Sabi ng isang famous na life coach, no? Sabi niya, during a crisis, the best leader emerges. No, during a crisis, it produces the best leader. Paano magiging best ka? No, kung ang turing mo dito sa crisis na to, wala, no? Kamalasan or kapighatian lang, no? Crisis brings out the best in us. And I hope it produces the best in you also. Crisis also brings us adaptability, just like I said earlier, na nagiging resilient ka, no? Yung pag nakakaranas ka na ng ganitong sitwasyon, hindi ka easily rattled, no? Meron ka ng sense of proactivity, no? Ano kaya, no? Ano kaya ang gagawin ko? What if mag-worsen? Ano kaya yung plan B ko, no? You make yourself adaptable to this situation. Another, this crisis brings creativity, no? Yung sinasabi kong this crisis is a gift of opportunity. This crisis brings creativity, no? From your comfort zone to your creative zone. I hope you make that a powerful thing to learn. It brings us from our comfort zone to our creative zone. Whew. Crisis brings productivity. Yun yung kasunod ng creativity, productivity. Na mismong sa oras, simula pagising mo ng umaga, you would always ask the Lord, Lord, ano kaya ang pwede kong gawing productive? Sabay ikot ka ng mata mo sa buong bahay mo. Uy! Grabe! 3 taon ko na pala, or 4 na taon, or 5 taon ko na pala ang hindi naaayos yung closet ko, yung damitan ko. Maayos nga. You know what? I myself would attest to that. Ang dami ko palang pwedeng ipamigay na ng mga damit. And I've done that so. Nagawa ko yon mismo sa sarili ko. And I am telling you this also, na pwede rin natin gawin. Make your day productive. And that's what the Lord wants us to have. A day of productivity. No, wag tayong maging idle, no? Make this crisis a memorable crisis or a memorable time in your life at a significant time of experience. Sa totoo lang, yung experience, sabi, the experience is the best teacher. Yung experience natin would always be in line to what have we learned through the wisdom that God has gave us. Yung wisdom ni Lord, sa pagdaan natin sa sitwasyon na to, ano yung mga natutunan natin, tapos ito yung magiging pondo natin, how we would face, paano natin haharapin yung kinabukasan. Sigurado, ang saya ng Panginoon, ang saya ni Lord sa atin. No, we make this as an avenue to produce growth in us, lumalago, no? Crisis, moreover, would make us grateful. Actually, yung hirap nito, no? Very ironic. Pagpapasalamat mo ba yung crisis? Ako, hindi ko maisip dati yan eh. Pero ngayon, naisip ko na. Anong pwedeng pagpasalamat? You know what? The quality time that I had with my family. Lagi kong sinasabi, and I am really regretful sa mga lost time. Na sabi ko, kaya ako kailangan na mag-overtime, kailangan pumasok ng holiday, para sa kanila naman to eh. No? You know what? Walang kakwenta-kwentang reason pala yon. The design of God for the family to be united together. So, walang trabaho na magiging dapat dahilan para i-dislocate yung family. No? Para sabihin natin, kaya nga tayo nagtatrabaho para sa kanila. Oo, totoo naman yon. Pero wag natin gawing dahilan yung trabaho para ilayo natin yung sarili natin sa ating pamilya. You know what this crisis? Christ is made this crisis us to be more attached to our family. And I hope that is your productivity. The time, the quality time na pinagdikit-dikit tayo ng ating Panginoon sa ating pamilya. And this crisis have changed our thinking the most. Yung utak natin, the way we think, ito ang pinakamaganda na ginawa ng Diyos sa atin. No? God made the way para mapabuti, hindi mapasama ang buhay natin. Ano? Although, kung ang mata natin, pang tao talaga, no? we have this phrase, no, lagi naming sinasabi dito sa bahay, pag mag-utak tao, matang tao, limitado. Pero pag utak Diyos, utak na may wisdom, that yung binibigay ng Panginoon through the Holy Spirit, yung wisdom na ibibigay niya, pag naiba yung utak, may iba yung ramdam. Ito matindi, pag naiba yung ramdam, iba na yung galawan. Ang ganda pakinggan at ang gandang isipin, pag ginawa natin, if we let God transform our thinking, He would also transform what we feel. And after transforming our emotion, He will then transform our action. And I hope this crisis that we have, ang ma-highlight who Christ is. Within this crisis, may who Christ is be highlighted. Hindi yung sarili nating utak, hindi yung sarili nating diskarte, pero kung sino talaga si Jesus, who Christ is. And this pandemic or this adversary that we have experienced for the past 5 weeks, no, 5 linggo na, would somehow be an evidence na talagang sasabihin natin, Lord, I have a heart of being grateful to you. Bakit? Kasi you are letting me realize how would I survive? How would I be sustained? How would I be provided? How would I be strengthened? How would I be encouraged? No? And the word of the Lord, yung salita ng Panginoon, sabi ng Panginoon, laging yung utak. Itong maganda no? Sa Bible, sabi, do not conform to the pattern of this world. What is the pattern of this world? Worry. The pattern of this world, time wasting. The pattern of this world, idle time. Walang nangyayari sa buhay. No? And God is telling us, be fruitful, be creative, be adaptive, be productive. And this morning, I'd like us to transform that thinking into productivity. Kaya guys, sinasabi ng Apostle Paul that I'd like to read it again. Finally, brothers, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. I pray na ito ang laging nasa isip natin. The moment we appreciate what is happening to us, what is happening in our environment, in our surrounding right now, the moment you see it as a negative, the moment you see it as something na ikalulungkot, mawala na. But if you see it as a room for you to grow, a room for improvement, a room for productivity, if you see it a help, not a hurt, if you see it as a proof that God is with us, and this crisis is a gift, I know we could glorify God and we could be different with other people. If you have still, at times, may mga pagkakataon sa buhay mo kilala mo naman si Lord, no? And we are Christians. Pero somehow, no? Ang dami pa rin gumugulo sa ating isip, no? And you seem to look at this crisis as something na talagang pinahihirapan ka. You know what? Sabi ng Lord, think of such, no? Ano yung dapat isipin? Whatever is excellent. Kaya nating maging excellent kahit na sa ganitong sitwasyon. And if you have not yet being connected to Jesus, yung buhay mo